We all know that the cost of fighting a disease like cancer can send a family bankrupt. The greed of big pharma, trying to profit from the illness of Americans, has no ends. And this story shows what a desperate father is willing to do to save his daughter's life: rob a bank to pay for medical treatment. The family of 23-year-old Brian Randolph says the only reason the Oakland County man robbed a Michigan bank was to pay for his young daughter's chemo treatment. Now he's being held on a $500,000 bond. Now, Mark, I'm not condoning any crime. He robbed a bank. It's a felony.
A federal offense.
A federal offense. Now, here are the facts. He came into the bank, turned in a note saying, "I'm robbing the bank," signaled to a weapon that was never brandished and never captured in any of the surveillance cameras. The lawyer is asking for him to lower the bail so he can go back to his family and provide the care for his daughter that is fighting a rare type of eye cancer and is racking bills in the thousands of dollars every week for this treatment. They ran off the insurance. That's what happened. Is the insurance that was covering all this treatment ran out because there's a situation where a kid turns 1, they need to be re-enrolled into the insurance.
So were they under the Affordable Care Act having coverage?
They had coverage under the Affordable Care Act, and it ran out because of that policy where you have to re-enroll a kid after it turns 1.
It's a tragic situation because it is a federal offense. It's a very serious crime, whether or not you had a weapon to go in to threaten and rob from a bank, and he'll face those consequences. But people who are having medical coverage under the Affordable Care Act, and I have plenty of people in my life who do, it's not easy. It's not easy. The paperwork and the bureaucracy is really difficult, and it can. I've known people who have lapsed through no fault of their own because of a bureaucratic mistake, or they didn't get the notice, or they responded to the notice, but then it didn't get entered into the system, and suddenly they had no coverage. And this is part of the problem early on in the Affordable Care Act is people trying to do the right thing and still having difficulty with it.
Exactly, and it also, what I really pick up of this story is that there's not a system where people without the means can get access to this treatment. And then we find families in this situation where they have to pull strings together and do whatever they can and juggle life to provide treatment, and they get pushed into taking these irrational decisions where they think there's a very telling quote of the suspect that the lawyer went in and this guy, Randolph, said, "When am I going out? I'm waiting to go out." Like the lawyer claims that he is completely unaware of the implication of what he did. The family said that when they talk on the phone with him, he says, "The only thing I want to do is be the man I'm supposed to be and care for my daughter." Mm-hmm. And it's a very painful situation to see that a father that in his heart has the good intentions of saving the life of his daughter, now it's facing a long time in jail for a bad decision.
There's a fundraising effort to raise the money so that she can get her treatment, whether or not he's in prison.
Yeah, beside the fact of that, I think that she deserves a chance to get the treatment that she needs. That's the information, the GoFundMe campaign will be the link below. We want to know your opinion on this story and the current state of healthcare in this country. Let us know your comments below, and please subscribe if you haven't to the Lip TV.